Children need joy. Young minds crave joyful, healthy environments that encourage play, experimentation, mistakes. Academic achievement and lasting learning spring out from those places where kids are encouraged to be social, emotional, thoughtful, and allowed to wonder.
Some of the problems with the American school system as it is today is that there's an overfocus on testing as a way to try and measure student learning, but the tests that we use don't meaningfully capture what students have actually learned.
Our schools are preparing our students for a world that doesn't exist right now. What does exist and what they need are incredible communication skills, problem solving, critical thinking, collaboration, and being able to work in a team.
We are trying to teach all students in the same way rather than trying to understand each individual and trying to meet their needs and understand how they learn best. And we're just not creating environments where learning is meaningful. We're not teaching in context and giving them things that they can really engage with meaningfully.
When we envisioned this school, one of the things we did not see was a real emphasis on communication skills and what it means to have an ethical relationship with another human being.
Why we sought an independent education was we wanted an environment that was nurturing, that was caring, that was inclusive, and that was going to partner with us to raise ethical problem solvers so that they could learn not only how to solve the problem that's immediately in front of them, but to think about how to solve the issue, understand the issue, and address it more in a global solution.
The best kind of learning happens when students can explore their way to answers. To do that, children need highly intentional systems in place where their relationships to themselves and the environment can be developed and nurtured.
I came to Willow in first grade, so in here it feels safe and homey, and it's a perfect environment to learn. The community is smaller here and everyone is so approachable. All the teachers are approachable. We can talk, and when a student has all those things, they can then be more confident and participate and learn more and remember what they're learning.
When we founded the Willow School, we decided that mentoring ethical relationships between human beings was a key mission for the school. We were looking around at the way we treat each other as human beings, the way our students and our children are treating each other, and said, what happened? And we realized that it was part of the educational community's responsibility to ensure that students had a grasp of what it looks like to have an ethical relationship with another human being.
I love the Virtues program because every month there's like a Virtue of the Month, and we have morning gathering, which is a meeting in the morning to kind of get in a good mindset for the day, and we talk about the virtue of the month and all sorts of ways you can exhibit that virtue, display it, and have it in your life.
The Willow School has combined academic excellence, the joys of learning, and the wonders of the natural world into a holistic educational experience. Willow creates an atmosphere where independent thinking fosters community leadership and integrity.
What we want them to understand is that they have the ability to stand up, understand the issue, and advocate. And we want them to be the next leaders in any field that they choose, which is why we have passion projects. We don't say, you have to do a paper on X subject. We say, what are you interested in? Let's meet you where you're interested. And that's why we have the 8th grade internships. We set up the community in the woods, where after they go out, they meet the mayor, they meet the police, they meet the post office. They go out into the entire community, and then we set up our own community. And so they have to understand all of the workings, the Department of Public Works, that the community itself is integrated, and then try to figure out, what's your role? How are you gonna make it better? Because the answer is gonna be different for all of our children, and our role as the president of the board and as a parent is to help my child figure out what they want to do, and help all of these children figure out what they want to do, and then how to impact change.
The Willow School doesn't just educate young minds. Willow develops young people for a lifetime. Between systems thinking, ethics, project-based learning, community engagement, and more, the Willow School is changing the face of what quality education looks like.
We are creating an environment where students feel loved and cared for, and where we're really inspiring a joy of learning. And through that caring and love and joy of learning, we're really learning much more deeply and meaningfully in a way that's going to prepare students for the complex workforce that they're going to enter in 15 to 20 years.
When we originally envisioned the Willow School, we had some unique ideas. We had no idea how they would play out. These things all evolved, and the school right now is a model in the country for where education has to go. It's a model also for teaching students how the planet works and how that can be done in a day-to-day curriculum teaching math and science and language arts. We had no idea what impact it would have on our community, our students, and our parents. When we see parents that come to us and say, "Your school has changed my student's life," that means everything.
To learn more, contact us today.